Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Unit number 11, transporting mammals. Now, the topic is the human circulatory system. The human circulatory system consists of three basic parts. Number one is the blood vessels, number two is the heart, and number three is the blood. The blood vessels are the mean for the transport, the heart is the pumping organ, and the blood is the medium. The blood vessels are of three kinds: arteries, veins, and capillaries. And the blood, it consists of the blood cells and plasma. The uh, the blood cells, they consist of the red blood cells and the white blood cells and the fragments of the cells which are called the platelets. Now, what is the blood? Blood makes up around 8% of your body weight, and it consists of cells and liquid. Blood has many parts, and plasma, that is the liquid part of the blood, it contains mostly water. And the red blood cells, which has the hemoglobin, which is important for carrying the oxygen and carbon dioxide. The hemoglobin is a protein. And the white blood cells, which fight bacteria and other foreign substances. The platelets, which are the pieces of the cells that help to form the blood clots and stop the bleeding. You can see over there the plasma that consists of 55% of the blood, that is the yellowish liquid, and the remaining portion that consists of the white blood cells, platelets, and RBCs. And this is a blood vessel showing the blood. The elements of the blood, as we have talked about, the plasma, that is about 55%, the platelets, the RBCs or red blood cells, and the white blood cells. There are different types of white blood cells: the lymphocytes, basophils, eosinophils, monocytes, and neutrophils. Now, the plasma is a clear yellow fluid and makes the 55% of our blood volume. And plasma contains 90% water and 10% dissolved substances such as the nutrients, for example, glucose, the hormones, for example, testosterone, antibodies, which are the protein that can destroy the bacteria. These antibodies are secreted by the specific white blood cells called the B lymphocytes. Other proteins that help in the coagulation of the blood, the clotting of the blood, the waste products, for example, the carbon dioxide or urea, and many other salts are also present inside the plasma, which are responsible for osmoregulation. Its function is to transport these dissolved substances throughout the body. You can see over there, this is a plasma, and this is the portion containing the blood cells. Now, the red blood cells, you have learned about the red blood cells. Its structure, it has a large surface area, it has biconcave shape. It contains the hemoglobin, which is a protein. Hemoglobin is a protein that is present inside the RBCs, which picks up the oxygen and transport the oxygen, which binds the oxygen. And the RBCs, when they get mature, they have no nucleus to make maximum space for more oxygen. Even they have no mitochondria to have more space for the hemoglobin or for have the more space for more oxygen when they get mature. The mature RBCs have no nucleus and no mitochondria. And its function is to carry or transport the oxygen from the lungs to the body and carbon dioxide from the body back to the lungs. So the RBCs are not only involved in the transport of oxygen but are also involved in the transport of carbon dioxide. So the features of the RBCs, they are disc shaped with a dent on each side, creates a large surface area for gaseous exchange. A large surface area compared to the volume, so oxygen is always close to the surface, contains the hemoglobin, a special pigment that combines or carries the oxygen as well as the carbon dioxide. No nucleus and no mitochondria is present for providing more space for the hemoglobin, and so more oxygen can bind. The white blood cells, there are three types of the white blood cells. uh, one When we discuss one white blood cell, that is the granulocytes, named according to their staining characteristics in the blood films, and these are the neutrophils, eosinophils, and basophils. They have different functions. The neutrophils are responsible. All these white blood cells are responsible for various functions. For example, they are responsible for the phagocytosis. They are responsible for the elimination of the infection. They are responsible for the blood clotting, and the mononuclear. The mononuclear mean the granulocytes mean they have the granules in their cytoplasm. You can see over there their nucleus is bilobed. Bilobed mean having two lobes, and they have granules, small granule like structures in their cytoplasm. And the white blood cells, they have the nucleus in them as compared to the red blood cells, and they have different types. But the red blood cells, they have no further different types in them. So the next type is the mononuclear cells are divided into the lymphocytes and monocytes. You can see they are not having the granules in their cytoplasm, and they have this one, it has the large nucleus. This also has a large bilobe nucleus, but there are no granules in their cytoplasm. Their names are lymphocytes and monocytes. All these five types, whether they are having the granules in their cytoplasm or not having the granules in their cytoplasm, their names are neutrophils, eosinophils, basophils, lymphocytes, monocytes. All these white blood cells are responsible for creating the immunity for the body in different terms. The human immune system is made up of the organs and tissues involved in destroying the pathogens inside the body. Now, what are the pathogens? The pathogens are actually the disease creating, you can say, the microorganism, just like the bacteria, the viruses. When they enter inside the body of the living organism, especially when we talk about the human, so they create the disease conditions or symptoms inside the body. So that's why they are called the pathogens. The disease case causing agents are called the pathogens. There are two main groups of cells which are involved in destroying these pathogens. Number one are the phagocytes. Phagocytes are those white blood cells which ingest mean engulf, and digest mean it makes it's soluble, the pathogens or the infected cell. It means they destroy these phagocytes, the white blood cells. They destroy the pathogens by ingesting or engulfing, by eating and then digesting the pathogens or infected cells. The lymphocyte, the second type of the white blood cells, they recognize specific pathogens through the interaction with receptors in the cell surface membranes. The receptors in the cell surface membrane are just like the nameplates on our houses. So when we identify with the help of a nameplate of any house that this house belong to that person, so these receptors, they indicate, they can recognize the specific identification of any kind of specific, you can say, the cell. So the lymphocyte will recognize that these cells are the pathogens, and then they respond in one of several ways. For example, by secreting the antibodies. Some lymphocytes, the B lymphocytes, they can secrete the antibodies, and the antibodies are responsible for the elimination of that pathogen by various means. The phagocytes, as we have talked about, the phagocytes are produced in the bone marrow by the mitotic division of the precursor cells. We will talk about the mitosis and the bone marrow later on. That what are these things? The bone marrow is actually a kind of material that is present in the bones, and the bone marrow is responsible for producing the white blood cells as well as the red blood cells and the fragments of the cells, the platelets, and these produces the cell that develops into monocytes or neutrophils, which are the type of the white blood cells. You can see this is the lymphocyte, the type of white blood cell, and the phagocyte, the type of white blood cell. This is the process of phagocytosis. This is a white blood cell that is called the phagocyte. This is the bacteria that is a pathogen. This bacteria gains entry inside the cell, and the white blood cell will form a vacuole-like structure around that bacteria, and it is called the invagination of the cell membrane, and then it will engulf or eat that bacterium inside it, and then it will kill that bacterium. So this is the process of phagocytosis, eating and digesting the pathogen. The functions, now the third type, that is the part of the blood that is not a kind of blood cell but are the fragments of the blood cells. Platelets have been observed to play a role in the following. They maintain the homeostasis in the body. Homeostasis is the maintenance of a kind of, you can say, a proper condition in the maintenance of the internal environment of the body is called the homeostasis. It maintains the vascular integrity with the endothelial cells, and it causes the blood coagulation, the blood clots, when there is a cut in or injury in our body in the form of the cut or injury in the skin. So the blood flows out with the pressure, but these platelets are responsible for clotting factor, and it carry the coagulation factor. Coagulation, the clotting factors on their surfaces. When we talk about the factors, factors mean the proteins, and the clot retraction. You can say the whole process of clotting is involved by the help of the platelets. The functions of the blood is it is responsible for the nutrient supply. It because it is having the glucose in it, it is having the amino acids in it, it is having the respiratory function because it contains the glucose and the gases just like the oxygen, and with the oxidation of the glucose energy is released. It has excretory function. It also contains the waste substances, but just like the urea and the carbon dioxide. It transports the hormones and the enzymes. It causes the regulation of the acid base balance, that we call it the pH. It regulates the body temperature, that is the thermoregulation. You know that the body temperature of the human is in within the narrow range of 37 degrees centigrade because we are warm blooded. And it has the storage function. Sometimes, for example, in the form of various molecules, and it has a defensive mechanism because it contains the antibodies in it.